And they're asking important questions like, why is it that you continue to come back to us? What is it special about us that makes you loyal to our company? Because what you're going to find is what brings somebody in a relationship through advertising and other forms of marketing is often different than what keeps them in the relationship. So you want to focus on creating relationships that are going to bring you that loyalty. Think of a memorable incident you've had with our company and what made it so. Positive felt emotions help to impress memories in people's minds. If you think back to your own memories of your childhood, I guarantee you, you'll be thinking of the most positive and most negative things that happened. I can remember my first kiss and who it was. And it was very awkward, by the way, but very memorable nonetheless. And I also remember the time I did something very wrong, which I'm not going to discuss right now. And my dad actually took me out in the barn and gave me a licking. Those things stay there. So what this does, this question helps you to identify the details, and this is often the challenge. What is it that we do? What is it about the behaviors of our people, or our processes, or our environment that help to create those memories in your mind? Because we want to duplicate those things. Lastly, we ask them, what can we do to improve? Nobody's perfect in any relationship. And we say, what have we done? Maybe we slipped up along the way. What did we do wrong that we can learn from so we can better serve you in the future? Integrate ways in which to create positive emotional responses in your customer. For example, in my relationship with my dentist, during the first visit I had, we developed a sensory rapport. We found some common interests, and we found that we both had an affinity for bourbon whiskey. We talked about the different whiskeys and visiting the distilleries and where it was made and whatnot. On my third visit to the dentist, I had to get multiple crowns. On my third visit to the dentist, he walks through the door with a bottle of Maker's Mark whiskey. Yeah, impressive. Cost him $20. The crowns cost me about $2,500. Small investment. You know, if you want to invest in your marketing budget, that 3%, I tell you, you're going to probably have a more positive impact with those kind of gestures, because what it exhibits is the care and attention that was given to understanding my personal needs and their willingness to go out of the way to thank me for my business with them by giving me that bottle of whiskey. Now, I've shared that story with hundreds of people, and I've sent them all kinds of referrals, and your customers would do the same thing. Because in today's world, sometimes the last competitive advantage is making your customers feel special. Make them feel like a person and not a number. Make it feel like a relationship and not a transaction. Step number 5, prepare your organization to deliver. To your customers, your frontline employees are the organization. So hire the right people, the people that have the willingness and desire to serve others. Be the leader that you need to be to keep them focused on that and motivated towards serving others. Acknowledge them. Let them know what they're doing is valuable to your company. That's where most companies fall. You hire people that want to serve, but then you put them in an environment that doesn't support it. Make sure your processes help to reduce those non-monetary costs and make it easy for your customers to do business. I'm working with a client right now that when it's a doctor's office, and when a customer comes through the door, they give them a clipboard and 4 pages of forms to fill out. In today's electronic world, when they made that appointment, why couldn't you email them a link to a web page where they can do it at home at night in the comfort of their own home? So when they walk through the door, they'll say, "We're ready for you. You may have time for a cup of coffee in the lobby, but then we'll be waiting for you." Wow, what a novel idea. What's really key is that you consistently deliver on the needs of your customers. It's not enough to understand what they want, but every time they come back, they're looking for reassurance. They want to make sure that you're helping to reinforce their decision to come in that relationship. And lastly, continuously reinvent yourself. Don't be foolish enough to believe that your customers' needs are stagnant. They're constantly changing, and if you're constantly apprising yourself of how those needs are changing, you should be reinventing yourself as well. And the side benefit is it provides a work environment for you and your employees that's dynamic and attractive to them to be. And with that, I'll close. Thank you very much.
I think Tom had a very good background on the type of ways to issue or take on the issues of how to actually handle your customers with all the different types of media that's available and how to produce that media into the audience. I would have to say that there's a lot of things I already knew, but there's some areas in there I really didn't quite grasp. And for instance, when you have customers coming over to your office, for instance, we use wood, and I never thought that was one of the things that actually calms our customers down. We do have a nice environment, and but the fact that even McDonald's is using this technology now with their environment, I never would have thought that was a key part of bringing in and keeping and retaining your customers. So.
Hi, I'm Arlene Springer from AES Bookkeeping and Tax Services. I really appreciate this workshop with Tom DeWitt, and you know, I know one thing to take care of the customer, but giving me more ideas as to how I can keep them more happy has actually helped me. And the idea of the different stages that each customers get, it's very helpful. Now I can go back to my office and actually start doing some more planning for the upcoming year.
Hi, my name is Rick Presser. I work for Hawaii Home and Remodeling, which is part of Pac Basing Communication. I actually got a lot of interesting things out of this presentation. Especially, well, Phil Wood was very colorful and funny, but the last two speakers also had a lot of informative information, especially about the impacts of social networking and Tom DeWitt's presentation about customer service and building customer loyalty. A lot of really great information there, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again for our clients and our customers.
Aloha, my name is Waven Dean Fernandez from Mana Brand Marketing, and I'm giving a feedback on Tom Trends and Tom DeWitt, and it was amazing. These guys are fantastic. They know their business. They gave us practical tips that we could take back and actually use in our business, and I thank Hawaii Business Magazine for putting this on and making this available to us. Mahalo.